Hey there, I'm going to show you a quick supine position way to warm up your spinal muscles and your abdominal cavity. I really like this because although it seems restorative, it's actually a little bit more engaging and active than you might think. So you can use two things. You can either use a rolled up blanket and put it the length of your spine, or if you have like a half foam roller that's about 3 feet in length, that works well. The half gives you a little bit more stability. You can also do it on the full cylinder shaped foam roller, but it's going to challenge you a bit more. So the idea here is to wake up the intrinsic core muscles at a deeper level while also allowing the spinal stability system to start to turn on and wake up. So I'm going to take you through a slightly quicker variation of this, but on your own you can make this last 10 to 20 minutes, okay? So first thing I want you to do is you're going to lay your entire sacrum and spine to the floor, or to the blanket and or bolster, all right? And you're just going to start with a few deep breaths. And I really want you to just think about filling up your rib cage and dropping your navel. So on an inhale, I fill up. On an exhale, I drop down. Now, start to press into your feet enough that your spine pushes down. And then keeping that connection, I want you to start to rock your hips anteriorly and posteriorly. So create a small tractioning in the low back by arching it off the blanket and or foam roller and then flattening it. And the thing to keep in mind is let your breath drive the motion. So I don't want you to just kind of jarringly go through the exercises, but just kind of like breathe in, arch, breathe out, flatten. All right, and then you're going to start to either press into the knuckle side or the palms of your hands. And I want you to start to round your spine up and then back down. So all I'm lifting is my pelvis, my sacrum, my low back, and my low mid back. And then I'm going to roll my mid back, my low back, my sacrum, and my hips down. And you do that a few times. And so this is improving the neural connection of these different regions of the spine. So I'm actually trying to make this mental physical connection of segmentation of the spinal column. All right, and after you've done that a few times, I want you to keep your hips up 1 or 2 inches and then lift your toes. Only lift your heels an inch or so. This is going to start to wake up your calves. Keeping your toes up, lower the heels, lift the balls of the feet. You'll do this a couple of times. All right, I'm still thinking about how to sink my belly down. Lower the spine, and then I want you to slowly pick your legs up. So you're in a 90-90. I'm pressing into my hands for added stability. All right, when you breathe in, I want you to straighten one leg. I want you to flex the toes back, squeeze the quad. The closer your heel comes to the ground, the harder it will be. Then bring it in. All right, you're going to bring your feet down. Take your arms up. Keeping your shoulders plugged, I just want you to reach your arms back on an inhale. And on an exhale, sink your rib cage. And sinking the rib cage will make your armpits to start to close, and that action will actually pull your hands forward. So you almost want to feel like the trunk is doing the motion of bringing the arms towards the legs. After you've done that a few times, bring your hands back to the floor. You're going to hover your feet to 90-90. All right, and then just do a little bit of pumping here. So I'm going to exhale, bring the knees in, inhale, press out. keeping the feet flexed. And then I'm still being mindful to keep my sacrum and pelvis down. Good. Hold here. Bend your elbows, hands towards the ceiling. All right, and pause. Bring your feet to the floor. Now I just want you to pick up one foot and one elbow, 1 inch, and then do the other side. Each lift gets one full breath. You can also do this with straight arms. Right, and then you can always just do it with the legs. Right, and come back to the bug. And then if you want a challenge, you can start to hover your elbows off of the ground. And this is where you're really going to start to kind of shake and tremble, and maybe you can even see it in the video. So I'm working to keep my spine braced against the foam roller and or blanket. And then to finish up, straight arms. I just want you to tap the floor with the balls of the feet and the toes. Kind of spring them off. Right. And then when you're ready, you roll off. You come up. So again, really nice for the spinal stability system. It's going to help get a lot of the trunk bracing muscles to turn on at a more subtle level. And at the same time, I like to do this before I move to my hips and my shoulders, especially on a day that I have the opportunity and the space to lay down. It's just a way to change up the supine position where you're regularly on your back and add a little bit more of a balancing component into it, while at the same time working your contralateral pattern, so your right shoulder to your left hip and vice versa. So give it a try. Hope you liked it. Thanks for watching.